Hello guys, it's Arrow here again, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my global Nightmare Cup that I did through the Go Stadium Discord, and my first match is going to end up being against Wall Alex. His team includes Spiritomb, Claydol, Drapion, Poliwrath, Toxicroak, and Xatu. So, my thought process here is he doesn't have an Alolan Raichu. That's a good thing for me. Spiritomb can take on quite a few of my team. If it can take on Xatu, Claydol, and Alolan Raichu. So I'm glad to see. I'm not seeing a group of dark types. So here we go. I'm going to start the match off with Hitmonchan, and he's going to start off with Spiritomb. So we're starting off with a good lead here. And it's going to be Hitmonchan's just going to use his power-up punches. I go for an Ice Punch, actually, to start off the match. And I think it ends up doing quite a bit of damage. It does a little bit of damage to his Spiritomb. I end up shielding this. I believe it's going to be a Ominous Wind. I'm praying he doesn't get that boost. He doesn't. So we're just going to be countering away, and we got a little bit of lag there. He's going to end up beating me to the charge move because of it. I'm going to have to shield. So he gets another Ominous Wind off. I think I go for the Power-Up Punch immediately, and I'm going to get the Power-Up Punch off. I believe he is going to shield because he thinks he can beat me to another charge move. I'm going to end up beating him to that race. I'm going to go ahead and use another Power-Up Punch because either way, if I win with a shield, I feel like I can get another counter off to destroy him. So we won the first matchup, and we have a little bit of charged energy going into the second matchup. It's Claydol versus Hitmonchan. I'm hoping I can get to the Ice Punch. I do end up getting to the Ice Punch, and that's going to be doing super effective damage against Claydol. And look how much health that knocked out. So now we're going into the Claydol matchup with Xatu, and he brings in Drapion. And at this point, I'm a little bit okay with this because I can hit off an Aerial Ace. And Aerial Ace is going to do quite a bit of damage to Drapion. I'm going to immediately switch so I can eat this Crunch and preserve Xatu's health. Crunch does a lot of damage to Spiritomb, but it doesn't kill. So I'm going to keep on going through this, and we're going to be able to use... We're not going to get a charge move off, I don't believe, with Spiritomb. Oh, it's going to be a double knockout. So we're going to go ahead and finish his Claydol off with my Xatu. I'm going to go ahead and be able to eat an Earth Power Gyro Ball. It doesn't really matter which he brings, because either way I would have survived it. And that's going to be round 1 against Wall Alex. So going into the second match, that lineup worked pretty well for me. And I'm not sure what I'm planning on doing at this point. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, I believe, because I liked the 3 that I used, but I didn't like the order for keeping the same order, because in this cup, rather than having a single plan like I have in previous cups, I kind of just went with the flow and went based off what I thought his team needed. So I'm going to go ahead and change my order up a little bit here. I'm going to start Spiritomb instead of Hitmonchan, and I'm going to run the same team. So it's going to be Spiritomb. Oh, I actually switched Xatu out for Alolan Raichu. Spiritomb, Alolan Raichu, and and Toxicroak. So we're going to go in with this team, and we're going to start off with Spiritomb. It's going to be Spiritomb versus Claydol, and he's going to have to switch out here because Spiritomb wins that matchup. So Spiritomb, he switches into Drapion. I'm just going to go ahead and get off the charged move just so I can try to burn a shield, and then I'm going to switch out to a favorable matchup. He doesn't end up shielding, so I switch into Toxicroak, which that's a great matchup for me. I'm just going to go ahead and counter away at this Drapion. He's going to use an Aqua Tail, which I can eat all day. I can eat 3 of those attacks, pretty much. We get a little bit of oh no, he's getting another charge move, so I ended up shielding. Aqua Tail is going to end up doing a lot of nothing because of the shield. So he ends up taking one of my shields, but I still have the amount of Pokemon damage, and I have the advantage when it comes to energy. So I'm going to get a Mud Bomb off on his Claydol, and if y'all know how Toxicroak takes infusion, it doesn't take it well. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Spiritomb again, and he's going to be forced to switch out here in a moment. He's going to get an Earth Power off. I'm going to go ahead and shield that. His Earth Power doesn't do a lot of damage. So, Earth Power would do a lot of damage, sorry. So, we're just going to Sucker Punch him to death, trying not to waste any shields. So, we're going to go ahead and get a Charge move off. He brings in his own Spiritomb. And Charge move, first Charge move, second Charge move. He's going to have the energy advantage for the last Charge move. But he ends up taking the hit. I'm not sure why. So it's going to be Spiritomb versus Alolan Raichu, no health versus full health. And Spiritomb can win this matchup normally, but my Alolan Raichu was able to finish him off with fast moves. So thanks for the battles, Will Alex. They were well fought and very, very good. So for the next round of this tournament, it was probably about a day or two in between. I was put up against a guy by the name of G-Bike Xatu, and he actually ended up winning the tournament. Congrats, G-Bike. So his team was pretty solid. Against him, I ended up going with Toxicroak. No, Xatu. What was I doing here? I'll tell you all at the end of whenever I actually know what my thought process was looking like. I ended up starting with Spiritomb. I do remember now. And I was very much debating starting Spiritomb because I know he had an Alolan Raticate, and that's the last thing that Spiritomb wants to see. So Spiritomb is going to hard lose to Alolan Raticate, and sure enough, there it is. Bye-bye Spiritomb. I'm gonna have to build up some energy and try to switch out. So I build up some energy, and I'm praying he just shields it, because I mean there's nothing else I can do. He doesn't shield. I have to shield. No, I ended up taking the hit, so Crunch is gonna take half my health. That's so much health gone. I bring in Hitmonchan, and it's not gonna be a good matchup. I get off the Ice Punch against Xatu, and he's not gonna end up shielding, which that actually really gave me any chance in this match, but I still wasn't able to do much of anything. I'm not gonna shield this. I don't think it's a good idea to shield this. I'd ended up dying anyway. So he gets off the Ominous Wind. I bring in my own Xatu, try to build up some energy, and at this point he has an Alolan Raticate versus he has a Raichu and a Alolan Raticate. 2 direct counters to my Pokemon. Pretty much done here. Try to get off an Ominous Wind, hope maybe I can get the boost. I'm going to end up trying to fight this out, but it's over. He just outpicked me in this round. So he's going to get another Thunder Punch, and no matter what charge move he's throwing, I have to shield. I have to shield here, trying to get off the Ominous Wind, and I don't get I switch out, actually, and he switches out as well. What a great switch. So, if you know this matchup at all, it's over. He's going to be able to just tear through me with his Alolan Raticate. I'm going to try to get as much energy as I can. I'm going to get an aerial ace. I'm not sure if he shields or not. If he does shield, it's over. This is a game. He's going to finish me off with Alolan Raticate's quick move, which I believe is Snarl. Not certain on that. But, yes. So, Alolan Raticate is going to finish me off there. And we're going to go into round 2. His team consisted of a lot of scary things. I was just letting him know rematch, because this is how you have to communicate during your global cups. Yeah, his team scared me because it had Alolan Mug, Claydol, Alolan Raticate, Alolan Raichu, Toxicroak, and Xatu. So it kind of invites a fighter, which was what scared me. So I didn't want to go with a fighter to start the first round, you know? So that I went with a safe play in Spiritomb, which wasn't very safe. And in the second round, I very much debated just going Spiritomb again, because I didn't think he'd run the same team, and I didn't think he'd think I would run the same team. But my thought process was a lot of wishy-washy. Should I do this? What should I not do? What should I do? And ultimately, I think I settled on going with Xatu, and that just didn't work. It ended up, he's going to end up starting with Alolan Raichu, and Alolan Raichu beat Xatu anytime. I had to get out of there at all times. So, as you can see here, I was just switching back and forth. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I was trying to think of a strategy, but it was hard. So, we're just going with, right now, Hitmonchan, Alolan Raichu, Spiritomb. Should I use those 3? Or should I just go ahead with safe and try Xatu? Because he might start a fighter thinking I'm going to start Spiritomb again. So, you see here, I even clicked on starting Hitmonchan, Xatu, Spiritomb. Instead, I switched at the last minute to Xatu, Hitmonchan, Spiritomb, and then, as you will see when the match starts, yeah. Alolan Raichu. And I gotta get out. But I don't. I think I was trying to force him into using his move against something that absolutely destroys him. I ended up trying to go for this Omnis Wind, thinking maybe I can get a stat boost or something, and it didn't work. So we go to Spiritomb, and as soon as I do that, pretty much he's going to bring in Eradicate. And at this point, the only thing I can really hope for is he took a little time in between. Maybe I can last long enough with Spiritomb with a shield or so to end up where I can go to the point of being able to switch again. So this matchup is pretty sad. We're going to continue to get off charge moves, just trying to waste time, and I have to shield, trying to waste this time, trying to get as much health off as I can. Actually, I don't shield. And so, Alolan Raticate is just going to do me in, pretty much. And I'm trying so hard to just stall and get to that switch so I can get out of there with my... I think I started trying to build up shield because I had the switch clock. Oh well. So now to finish this off, I'm going to bring in Hitmonchan. He's going to automatically have a move. Hyper Fang's going to do me in anytime. Like, I'm done. I should have shielded that Hyper Fang and ate the crunch, but it's all good. I'm going to end up knocking out his Alolan Raticate. He's going to end up where he brings in Xatu. I'm hoping maybe I can get an Ice Punch off. He has shields, so I mean, even if I do get this off, it's over. I do get this off, and he ends up switching out into Alolan Raichu, which was a great switch. He's going to have a wild charge coming at my Xatu, and that's going to be GG's for that round. So for the next match that we're going to be getting into, we are going to be facing off against Ninetale Pasta. He's been in a few of my videos before. He's one of my most common battle partners. Very good battler. And I'm going to be starting off with Spiritomb here, I believe. Spiritomb, Hitmonchan, and Xatu. I changed the order. No, let me go ahead and use Alolan Raichu. I think he didn't have an Alolan Raichu, is why I brought Xatu. So Spiritomb, Alolan Raichu, and he does have an Spiritomb, Alolan Raichu, and Toxicroak. Let's see how this goes. So it's going to start off Spiritomb versus Alolan Raticate. And I hate this matchup. I'm going to have to get out of there quick. Quick. And this is something I really hate to do, is switching into Toxicroak, because it's just a hard switch to recover from. If they switch, like, Toxicroak is so weak to things that are going to be in people's teams, like Xatu and the psychic users on the fast moves. So it's just a hard switch in. That's why I typically run Hitmonchan over Toxicroak. So we're going to get Alolan Raichu in here, and luckily we're going to be able to not take him out without using fast moves. We're going to have to shield this Ominous. He's going to use Aerial Ace. Ominous Wind would have been the better move there, but we're going to go and shield that. Luckily, his Alolan Raticate does... I have energy, and I'm going to be able to hit him with a few Thunder Punches. He's going to shield. I have to shield here, thinking it can be a crunch, and it is a crunch. So I'm going to go ahead and get another charge move off. He's going to shield that one as well. So now it's a race to the next charge move, and I ended up winning that. Alolan Raichu spam is really beautiful, and with that, I think I should be able to close out any matchup knowing that I have Spiritomb in the back. So he brings in Hypno. I'm going to get another Thunder Punch off, and I'm trying to aim for another one, but I barely miss it. Yes. So Spiritomb is going to come out. He's going to get a Shadow Ball off, and Shadow Ball is going to do quite a bit of damage to Spiritomb, but it won't kill. And we're going to Sucker Punch our way up to an Ominous Wind and go ahead and take the win without a problem. So that was round one. Biggest thing I saw there was I used Toxicroak instead of Hitmonchan. If I use Hitmonchan, I stand a little bit better chance against whatever they decide to switch in, which is, I just like the more neutral matchup rather than the weakness. I think I'm just going to end up switching my team around and bringing Xatu in, because it gives better coverage against the majority of things, as well as change to Hitmonchan because of that switch that just happened. So it's going to be Hitmonchan, Xatu, and Spiritomb. So what's going to be happening here is we're going to have to wait a second for the game to load because it takes a minute. The Nightmare Cup is it's an interesting meta. You just kind of have to win the lead a lot in this cup. It's not necessary, but it's easier if you win the lead to win the round. I'm looking forward to the Rainbow Cup. I feel like it's going to be more wide open. You don't have to win the lead to win the round. I'm looking into a strategy that I'm pretty confident in right now. I still need to get enough candies for Quagsire, but we'll see how that goes. I need to build a Quagsire, and I haven't been able to test Quagsire at all yet. So I'm looking forward to Chicago, and I'll be there all 4 days. I'm leaving Sunday around 4. Looking forward to meeting some people from my Discords, and hopefully anyone that wants to meet through YouTube, I'd love to meet. Y'all can comment below on if you're going to be there or whatnot. My day to play is actually Thursday, so I'm just going to be there for the rest of the events going on during the weekend. I'm really looking forward to all the Sylph Arena events and hoping to make some new friends at all those. I'm really excited about this Rainbow Cup. I feel like if I can get into the Worlds with my Rainbow Cup qualifier, it should go well for me. So we start the match off, and he's going to bring in Drapion to start, and I'm going to start with Hitmonchan. So I won the lead here. We're going to counter away. He's going to go ahead and get to, and I'm going to go ahead and get to the Power-Up Punch to start, and he's going to go ahead and shield. And now those counters are just doing more damage. I don't have to shield this because it's either Crunch or Aqua Tail. So Aqua Tail is not going to do a lot of damage. So I'm just countering away. He gets another charge move. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one because a little more damage would have been done. I get a Power-Up Punch off again because either way, Power-Up Punch is just helping me more in the long run. He's going to go ahead and shield again, and I'm going to just try to counter him to death, and it does work. So no matter what he brings in here, I'm going to try and get to the Ice Punch, and it's Hypno, so those confusions are hurting really bad. But I'm going to hit an Ice Punch. It's going to take a lot of his health because I powered up so much. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in Spiritomb. I love Spiritomb. It's such a great Pokemon. He's going to go ahead and get off a charge move, and I'm going to go ahead and shield that. Not a problem. I'm just going to be able to Sucker Punch Hypno to death, I believe. And his last Pokemon is going to be Alolan Raticate. So I'm not really at an advantage here. I kind of have to get out of here. I'm bringing Xatu, and I mean, all I can really hope for is the fact that I can get Aerial Aces and end up winning. But it's going to be hard. I try to get as much damage into it as I can with Xatu. He's going to do a Crunch, and bye-bye Xatu. Bring back out all my Spiritomb, and I'm going to just try to pull this out of my rear pretty much. I get him to the red, which that's a little victory, right? Because this is such a lopsided matchup. I'm going to go ahead and get another Ominous Wind off. And sure enough, nope, not going to work. He's going to get another charge move, and that's going to do me in again. Alolan Raticate is the hardest Pokemon for me personally to defend against, because if you don't bring two fighters and you lose a fighter, it is not easy to beat Alolan Raticate. Underappreciated Pokemon right there. I personally don't have one, so I didn't bring it to the cup. So this next match, we're going round 3. It's a pretty important match, right? So I'm thinking, I didn't do horrible with that lineup, but I mean, probably need to make something change. So I'm going to go ahead and change up to the lineup of Spiritomb, Toxicroak, Hitmonchan. I'm going to go ahead and go with two fighters I feel like that's the right move. He can cover a lot more. I'm just hoping I don't see an Alolan Raticate start, because that would not help. So we're going to go ahead and get into the match here in a few moments. Ninetale, I'd like to thank you for all the battles that you've had done with me, whether it be Nightmare Cup, Kingdom Cup, Regionals. You've been great, and love how you can battle me whenever it's 3 a.m. here and I'm bored, and you're in your own time zone in Australia, just at a normal time somewhat for you. It helps that since I'm on a broken sleep schedule that I have someone to battle because of my broken sleep schedule. So I start off with Spiritomb, he starts off with Hypno, and that is the best case scenario. I knew he liked his Hypno, so we're going to get a few Sucker Punches into him. And I think we might even get to the Ominous Wind before he switches out. Oh no, I'm just going to Sucker Punch until he charge moves. And I eat that Shadow Ball. And I'm just going to continue to Sucker Punch, save my energy. And as soon as he brings in Alolan Raichu, I bring in Toxicroak. Because Toxicroak can do a lot of damage to Alolan Raichu. I'm going to go ahead and not shield the first one, because I can take the first Thunder Punch. I'm going to go ahead and get off a charge move against Alolan Raichu. It's going to be a Mud Bomb. I'm going to be able to get that shield. And he's going to go ahead and get another charge move. I'm going to go ahead and shield. So, with that shield, I'm trying to get to another Mud Bomb, and I actually don't, which was surprising to me. It worried me that that happened. So I bring in Spiritomb, and I'm immediately going for that Ominous Wind. He's going to go ahead and shield. I'm going to go ahead and get another Ominous Wind off, just because I had the energy saved up to do that. So he's going to bring in Alolan Raticate, and I got to get out of there. I'm going to build up enough for a charge move. And with him having no shields, I go for the Ice Punch to go ahead and take out his Hypno. And Alolan Raticate versus Hitmonchan, there's not a chance in hell that he beats me with one shield. So we're going to go ahead and take round 3. Good games, good games. So for round 4, so we're going into round 4, 2-1. And only person who's beat us so far is G-Bike, who is 3-0 right now, and he's going to end up winning his final round and go 4-0 to win the tournament. So in the final battle, I'm going to end up battling JR Honda. And he's a great battler. His team is full of a lot of things that are weak to Ghosts. So I'm thinking Spiritomb's going to do quite a bit of damage. It's going to win majority of matchups, except for Toxicroak, Drapion, and Umbreon. So I end up starting off with Hitmonchan, knowing that that Umbreon threat is there. It's an Umbreon. I'm going to go ahead Hitmonchan, Spiritomb, and Alolan Raichu in the back. He starts off with Poliwrath, and I'm going to go ahead and... I never realized. I don't think Poliwrath was on his team. Oh well. It didn't really matter in the long run. We're going to go ahead and get a charge move off. After he gets his off, I mean, I don't have to shield his. He's going to not shield mine. And he's going to get another charge move. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one. And I don't have to use another charge move to finish off his Poliwrath. So we're at an advantage with energy and tied with shields. He brings in Claydol, I believe. I'm going to use a power-up punch and duck out of there. No, I'm going to go ahead and try to get to an Ice Punch. and I was right there. Just barely missed it. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Spiritomb. I'm going to eat this attack because Earth Power is not going to kill Spiritomb. So we're going to go ahead and get Dark moves off. And he's going to bring in Drapion. I bring in Alolan Raichu to shield this attack. And I'm going to go ahead and get a Thunder Punch off. Thunder Punch, he's going to end up not shielding. And I'm going to beat him. He's going to beat me to the second attack. I don't really have a choice. I have to not shield this. I'm going to come in swinging pretty much with an Ominous Wind. He's going to go ahead and shield that. I get the boost, which it didn't really make much of a difference, but I'm going to go ahead and get another Ominous Wind off. He's going to shield again. He's going to go ahead and get a Crunch off, and he's going to take round 1. So, good first round, JR. You had me on my toes there. And it was a great battle. So, for round 2, I'm thinking, that Claydol was my mistake. I should have got out of there. So I'm going to have to beat Claydol a little bit better. So for the second match, I'm going to end up going with Spiritomb, Toxicroak, and Xatu. He doesn't have a Xatu counter on his team, I realized, so I figured it's pretty good safe in my lineup. So we're going to go ahead and start the match off, and it's going to be Spiritomb versus, let's see what he brings. Let's see. Spiritomb versus Poliwrath. Not a bad matchup, but not the best. I'm going to go ahead and try to... I don't have to shield the first one because it's not going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to get a Ominous Wind off. And doesn't do very much. But he doesn't shield, so we're tied in shields, and I'm winning this individual battle. So it's looking good for now. He's going to get another Power-Up Punch off. And I get another Ominous Wind. So we're going to go ahead and use... He's going to go ahead and get another charge move. I'm going to go ahead and eat it. Don't need to take any of it. I let my Spiritomb go down, knowing I have the shield advantage. I don't have to shield this. Power-Up Punch is coming in. He's going to go ahead and give up switch advantage, which lets me switch in my Toxicroak. He's going to get off an Aqua Tail, which I don't have to shield. And Toxicroak is going to go ahead and counter away until he gets to a Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb is going to either take him out or he's going to shield. And he lets it take him out. So he brings in Poliwrath. And I shield this. So I don't have to use a charge move at this point, and it's going to end up being a good battle for me because I am going to end up bringing in Xatu with shields against Claydol, who I don't even need shields to beat. So I'm going to get an Ominous Wind off, and I'm going to go ahead and take out a lot of his health. He's going to get an Earth Power or Gyro Ball. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to end up finishing him off with an ominous win to force or get round 3. So this next battle between me and him was my favorite battle of the whole tournament. I've never seen a battle like this. I thought it was awesome. I was going through in my mind as like, I have to win this. So I make a lot of switches before and after each battle. So I'm just sitting there like, what do I need to use against him? What's going to work in this final round, this key battle? A lot of things are running through my mind. I'm like, last lineup worked well. Should I go ahead and keep it the same? Should I use Spiritomb to start? Should I go ahead and switch it up and use the lone Raichu? Thinking maybe he'd use Xatu. I was switching up a lot, and I wasn't sure because this was a big round. It was a big game. And sure enough, we're going to end up getting into it in a minute. You're going to see that I switch in and out. I was analyzing his line. I was like, okay, what is he going to bring? What do I need to start? What do I need to have in the back to protect me? God. So I'm thinking originally I'm going to go ahead and start Spiritomb and have Hitmonchan and Xatu. So I'm like, maybe Hitmonchan to go. I was very indecisive in this match. I even clicked like I was going to go use that. Then I was like, Xatu works against the majority of his team. I'm going to go ahead and go with Xatu. Now, guys, this is the best match I've ever participated in. It wasn't a close match by any means, but just watch Xatu go to work here. So he's going to start off with Drapion. I'm going to go ahead and get enough to beat him to... He's going to beat me to a charge move, and I'm going to go ahead and shield it, because it could be a crunch. No need to take a crunch to the face, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and get my first Ominous Wind off. And guess what? We got the buff. So now my air slashes are just they're just eating into that Drapion. All I have to do is shield this, and I can keep my health, and I can keep energy now. So now I have a charged up Xatu. He's shielded once. I've shielded twice. I have the energy advantage. I'm going to go ahead and hit another Ominous Wind as this Pokemon's coming in. And I get the boost again. Back-to-back boost on Xatu. So I get to another Ominous Wind before you can do anything. And that just shreds his Claydol. Double boosted Ominous Wind. Destroys. And his last Pokemon is Poliwrath. It is over. There's nothing he can do about it. I get to the Aerial Ace, and Xatu with a clean sweep to finish out the tournament. What a great match. Xatu just went ham on his team. Thank y'all for the support, guys. If y'all enjoy the video, I'd appreciate it if y'all like and subscribe. Sorry if it's a little raspy and I'm a little iffy on talking between matches. I'll work on the editing side of it, but I hope y'all enjoy the battles and the content. It was some fun battles. JR Honda, Ninetale, G-Bike, and Wool Alex. Y'all be safe now.